Hey, everybody, and welcome to Holistic Thursday right here on the Health Quake. We are here with Dr. Tammye Mathews of Restored by Tammye. Hey, Dr. Tammye.
Hey.
Yes, so happy to always have Dr. Tammye coming in and helping us out with building, y'all see it here, physical, mental, and spiritual wellness. Hey, I got my start with Dr. Tammye. She's my life coach, okay? So she helped me out with the detox and so forth. She can absolutely help you out. We'll have her link up, www.restoredbytammye.com. That's Tammye. So you'll be able to, go to her page, check out her stories and stuff. Her experiences are amazing. They will motivate you. Just the things that she's done is awesome. I always have to go to that 100-day juice fast, which I still just like, wowzer. Amazing. I love it, So go so you can see Dr. Tammye's journey is absolutely amazing. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Caldown Asset Management and Arts Major Apparel.
All right.
I'm sure you see that somewhere in the screen. I don't know. I'm pointing somewhere. It's popping up somewhere. So you will see links to those companies in the comment section as well, so you can check them out too. So, Dr. Tammye.
Yes.
All right. We're going to dig in and get to it.
All right.
We have, let me get this going. The immune system blues.
Yeah.
Blues. So basically, what activities or vices weaken the immune system?
Ooh, honey. Well, let me say this, because the immune system is something that I've been blasting about for the last 11 years that I have been in business. Mm-hmm. And there are several things that affect the immune system, which the number one thing is stress.
Yes.
The next thing is our diets, what we're putting in and what we're not putting in. You all know I'm going to talk about that because that's everything. Okay. Right. And actually some people that are in our lives that maybe should not be or are, okay, because they can affect the immune system in a positive or negative way.
That's
okay?
Deep.
But yeah, so there are many factors. There's some environmental factors, emotional factors. So there are several factors that affect the immune system. Mm-hmm. I think that when I say or talk about immune system, especially with all we're discussing during the pandemic,
right,
that people don't really know or understand what that is unless you are a healthcare professional.
Indeed.
So if it's okay, I want to kind of describe what the immune system is, so that when I say, people, places, or things possibly can affect it, you can kind of visualize what's being affected.
Right. That would be very helpful.
Okay. Very helpful. Awesome. So our immune system is created by certain organs and glands of the body. So we have the adenoids that are near the tonsils of the body. We have our bone marrow, the lymph nodes, lymphatic vessels, what they call Peyer's patches, the spleen, the thymus, and then again, the tonsils. Mm-hmm. And when a virus or bacteria, and thinking specifically of all we learned with the coronavirus, when it enters into the body through the nose or the mouth, the tonsils and the adenoids are comprised of these lymphocytes, these white blood cells that are supposed to just kind of come and attack any foreign invader. Okay.
Ooh, y'all, please listen so closely to this. Oh my God. Continue,
Dr.
Okay.
Because
I feel like so many of us, we learned some parts of this a long time ago in school, and it's we just tossed it. I don't know, forgot about how it works or whatever. But I'm sorry, continue. The immune system.
Yeah. Your immune system is your primary defense. So if there's anything foreign that enters in, it's not as if nothing foreign can enter,
Right.
because viruses and bacteria are everywhere.
Exactly.
Different strands that you cannot even pronounce and you may never even have heard of.
Yes.
And so when you are practicing those things that we'll talk about in
Mhm.
order to have a strong, vital, viral immune system, then anything that does not belong in your body is going to get kicked out.
Whew. Yes.
Right.
And that's why it's been so important during this time. It's like for those doctors um, who are in tune, I'm trying to be really careful with my words. You know how,
Yes. Yes.
but
Yes.
for those doctors that are really in tune and have a conscience,
Mm-hmm.
when the whole pandemic started, those were the ones that, I have some friends that are not, those are the ones who were saying, yeah, you need to boost your immune system. You need to get this from the health food store, boost your immune system. That's where they were saying, that's
Mm-hmm.
where they were going rather from day one.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear
Absolutely.
other so-called treatments and whatever
Mm-hmm.
being pushed so hard, it's like, well, for what?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
how is this really? What is the thing that would really help the most in this particular situation?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, for me, with any situation, we talk about this all the time. We get this from you, Dr. Tammye, all the time. Those preventative measures.
Preventative measures. Absolutely
It's
true.
easier to just not get it versus
Yep.
you have it and now you got to try to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
so it's like why are we not stressing the importance of doing what you can, doing what you know to do, your due diligence, and trying to prevent this
Yes.
from happening. So I'm like, did we
Absolutely.
lose our immune system? I'm like, what happened to the immune
You said,
system?
do we lose it?
Because it was just so shocking to me because my first, even though, I do the business thing, the entrepreneur, life, but
Yeah.
my first degree is in science. So that threw me way off. I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened to the immune
Yep.
system? We don't do nothing with the immune system. It doesn't,
Yeah.
did we evolve
It's not
with the immune system?
popular. It's not, and it doesn't make enough money, unfortunately, Monica.
Ooh, see, I wasn't gonna say
I
that.
know. Because I'm gonna tell the truth.
I'm about to say Dr. Tammye can say it though. Dr. Tammye knows all about the both sides.
I was gonna say I've been on both sides, and I'm just gonna tell you, being healthy is not considered sexy, and it doesn't make money.
Indeed.
You make money off of people that are sick. And that's the sad part. But that's unfortunately the American way. We don't practice prevention here like other countries
Yeah.
who actually pay their teachers more than they pay their doctors because they do stress prevention. I just saying, just teaching the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you talk to, Mhm.
Hopefully we all get censored.
Oh yeah,
We'll see this video disappear.
all right, okay, because you know what
Like the
happens. It's
truth is
like,
the truth
watch
though.
it real quick, or it'll disappear.
This is right. Oh my goodness.
But I
But
mean, it's public knowledge. If people
it
go
is.
and do their research, they'll
Yeah.
find it. If you
That's where I was
read,
gonna go. That's where I
it,
was gonna go.
it really is. It's
Yeah.
public knowledge. So if for
Yeah.
those that are looking for the truth, you will find it. I
Absolutely.
found it in my research. So, but I was just generally interested in why we had so much sickness and disease here in the US versus some of the other countries. So I did my research,
Indeed.
and that's what I found.
And the thing I was thinking too, for those of you that have started, because I know some people did start doing some research,
Hmm.
and it's like go back a few years.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because if you look right now, there are a lot of articles and so forth that align with the current train of thought and current, I don't want to call it agenda, but agenda that's being,
Yeah.
passed along. So
Yeah.
if you want to get something that's a little bit more objective, go back a few years and see what's being said about the immune system, what's being said about these different diseases and conditions. And then I think you'll get a more objective view, and even, like you said, go into other studies from other countries
Oh yeah,
and see what they
absolutely.
have about,
Mhm.
um, we really do need to do our due diligence and getting information and not being afraid of the information that we find. You know,
Yes,
it's
I
like,
love
I
that.
know once you get it, you become accountable, and you're feeling like, man, this is giving me more work to do now. I just kind of wanted to float. I
Yeah,
want to float on through, life. I wasn't trying to go that deep,
yeah,
but there's
yeah.
some things that you need to know, because otherwise you make decisions based on uh, inaccuracies, and now you have to deal with consequences later because you were making decisions on, yeah,
On what somebody told you or what the news said.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get real censored, but that's okay.
I've been trying to be careful all
I
these.
know, I know, but
It's like
let's
after a
just
while, it just starts oozing out your face. Like, yeah, guys, come on, let's reel it back in, because it's like it's so very important when you see the mortality. I'm like, this is so important,
I know
and
it is.
because it's hitting home, people are like, this, you won't, and I won't even go there, but I'm just trying to find the best words for it. It's like,
I know. There are none. Just speak the truth.
right, the people say, well, you won't feel a certain way, or whatever, until it hits home. It hits home for everybody. When there are deaths anywhere, it hits home for everybody. So people handling it in their various ways. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people who just careless, you know, and we know that.
And
But
those people probably would never get sick.
right, it's like we're well aware. We're well aware of
Uh-huh.
who could be just careless, but
Yeah, yeah.
um, don't dismiss those who dig deeper
Oh yeah.
because you're not willing to.
Absolutely.
I'll just put it like that and leave it at that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I won't judge you. You don't judge me.
there we go.
No judgment.
Yeah,
But I like what you said about some of the physicians, because some of the physicians, some that I've met, have began to study naturopathy, which is what my studies are in holistic health. I respect them because they are agile, they're transformational physicians, they're change agents, and they are next level. They're not stuck in the old paradigm. So I applaud those physicians who continue to study and learn in order to be able to support their patients and be able to offer them alternatives. Love them, appreciate them. As a matter of fact, I originally learned from naturopathic doctors, but a lot of my continuing education is coming from Cleveland Medical Clinic, and those are MDs. And Dr. Joel Furman, who is both an MD and an ND, who's been practicing over 30 years. So many of my studies have come from medical doctors that began to study naturopathy over 30 years ago. So I am grateful for those who are seeing patients and can give them alternatives and teach both sides, because balance is everything.
absolutely,
Unfortunately, it's not the majority.
indeed,
And that's why I'm here, in order to be able to bridge that gap.
indeed, yeah,
I like what you said. If we can go back to when you mentioned the physicians that are teaching about, what type of supplements or what things to do in order to boost the immune system.
yeah,
I want to be able to just explain what that means, because again, sometimes there's a disconnect. Like, you're telling me to boost my immune system. What does that mean?
right, yeah,
Okay. So the body, I think we all kind of remember how the white blood cells fight for us. So like I said, the lymphocytes make the white blood cells that go to the rescue and being able to kill. They're killer cells, they're B cells, they're T cells, they're killer cells, right? Um, so when they say, or when we say, increase your citrus, for example, your vitamin C,
yes,
what that means is, by you pumping up that nutrition, your zinc and all of your nutrition, it
Mhm.
means that now the body can produce more white blood cells to fight for you.
Yes.
That's what that's doing.
Mhm.
So if you're not getting enough of the nutrients, then you don't have a lot of white blood cells floating around. You're leaving your body open and susceptible to any virus or bacteria, not just corona.
Yeah.
Okay, people still getting sinus infections, people still getting the flu,
Indeed.
people still getting pneumonia. There are tons, like I said, of things out here that you could get.
Right.
So being mindful. Now, also, I want to say that with that, don't just pop supplements. Don't just say, "Oh, let me go get my vitamin C. Let me go get my zinc," and then you still eating garbage because I'm gonna get you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Supplements are designed to complement a healthy diet.
Yeah. Indeed.
So, yeah, so eating your vitamin C, so having your fruit, like your grapefruit and your oranges and your tangerines and lemons and limes,
Mhm.
having that and taking your vitamin C is great because really vitamin C, the ascorbic acid, such a small amount, it's
Mhm.
not going to be enough to sustain your immune system by itself. So you have to have foods to support that. And then you give it an extra boost with your vitamin C supplements,
That's good. That's good, Dr. Tammy.
right?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just keeping that in mind, you can't, there are no shortcuts to good health.
Mhm.
Having this immune system, making sure your organs, I mean, it's compromised with so many organs, making sure your gut
Yeah.
is clean.
Woo.
All of that plays a role.
Yes.
Now, part of the immune system is the lymphatic system. Okay,
Mhm.
we have circulatory, respiratory, we have all these systems of the body. But it's important to understand the lymphatic system because it has lymphatic vessels that are responsible for actually carrying the toxins out
Yeah.
of the body.
Mhm.
Now, when we have an excessive amount of mucus
Mm.
in the body
Indeed.
and we're eating garbage, then what happens is that lymphatic system gets sluggish
Yeah.
because it doesn't have pumps.
Mhm.
It's not connected to the heart.
Mm.
So it's relying on, so literally the capillaries are bringing the fluids to the lymphatic vessels. And the lymphatic vessel has no pump to try to get those toxins out. So it gets sluggish.
Gotcha.
Then you find people with swelling, edema, and then a lot of other things because it's not removing the waste in a timely fashion,
Wow.
which is why it's important to detox and cleanse regularly.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, you talked about the boosting the which I love the way you broke it down. That I think that's gonna help a lot of people
I hope so.
because a lot of times we do just say boost the immune system. I hear that a lot, but yeah, there are some people who don't understand exactly what that process is doing. And so I think this way you kind of know, like, oh, this is the reason why I need to boost my immune system. And I also want you to touch on too, Dr. Tammy,
Hmm.
about those things that, when you talk about the sluggish, those things that can slow down, because you mentioned the bad diet, not
Yeah,
still not eating properly, but
yeah.
there are other vices and so forth that hinder your immune system for doing what it needs to do.
Hmm.
So maybe
Hmm.
I know we may not want to hear all of them, but
Yeah, yeah. So, well, one, of course, so we talk about the diet, we talk about processed foods, meats, white sugars. We know about that part of it. Not having enough water, like
yeah,
those are the main culprits, because again, your body is mostly water.
yeah,
So if you are not getting half your body weight in ounces, then how then does the body is going to be thrown off, the immune system will be thrown off, so any foreign invader that comes in has a chance to set up camp and
whew,
grow and rest and wreak havoc in your body. Okay.
Yeah.
So food is an important part. Sleep,
Mm-hmm.
7 to 8 hours of sleep
Yeah.
is mandatory. And not just because, oh, well, we need to just have 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because your organs need time to rest. Your blood vessels need time to rest, just like you need time to rest.
Have to. Yes.
In order to be able to maintain balance and ensure that your immune system can fight the next day, you have to get sleep.
It's just so funny to me because I just I'd spoken to someone, and it just made me think like, because they basically this is someone I don't know personally, but we were conducting some business, and he mentioned the fact that he had gotten to the point where he was able to function off of just, what did he say? I don't even think it was 5 hours of sleep. It was like 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And this was an older gentleman. We were on the phone, but I mean, it sounded like this was, he sounded older than me. And so I was just like thinking like, okay, well, I guess if it works for you, because he sounded like this is something, this wasn't like a short term, it was like a long term thing. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's one of those situations where your body just made the adjustment, but it's not really good for you. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I guess if it works for you, but then I was like, that just didn't sit right with me. It's like, no, but I don't think that's a good idea. And it's because of those things. It's like your body doesn't work at its optimal level.
Yeah.
You're not giving it the rest that it needs. That's when it repairs, and yeah,
Exactly. We have circadian rhythms, we have biological clocks.
yeah,
And I mean, studies have been done to show that really at night, I know there are people that work at night, but literally, like with the circadian rhythms and all of that, that your body, it actually cleanses itself and heals itself during the times that we should be sleeping natural, which those natural hours between like 10, 11 to like 4 or 5. I mean, but the general rule of thumb is to get 7 to 8 hours, just
yeah.
so that everything can go into alignment.
Hmm.
Now, everybody has their thing, but I always think long term.
Yeah.
This may be okay now, but long term, what's happening with your body?
Right.
Now, if you don't want to live past 70, 80 years old, then okay, you do what you have to do. But I also I support listening to your body,
Yeah.
because your body don't lie. It's going to tell you if you have brain fog, if your memory is not great, if you feel
Right.
like by 12, 1 o'clock you need a nap or something to that effect, you're not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
So keeping that in mind.
Indeed. Indeed.
Exercising is huge. Exercise.
Now
People are
that's
like,
a bad
wah,
word for some.
wah. That I say that word, people are like, wah, wah. Yeah, okay. It's a lot of, people are still quarantined. I think Illinois is still shut down, California is shut down. You got to get outside
Yeah.
or find something on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Exercise is so key.
Tune
It
in to
complements.
Friday, guys. We have it every week.
Yeah, but exercising and that just it you could walk in your living room and you can say, well, that's boring. Okay, well, find something exciting. I have a rebounder. I turn on my Michael Jackson. I jump up and down on it. You
Yeah.
know,
It's like
um,
dance. There's so many different ways to get your blood pumping.
it's just
Um,
so important, right? That the blood is pumping, that your heart, the muscle is being supported in order to be able to carry out all of the work. It's your motor. If you never use your motor, and I'm sorry, going up and down stairs periodically because you live on the second or third floor is
that's
not
not
enough.
enough. That's not enough.
People are like, oh, well, I walk all the time at work. Okay, but is your the beats per minute, are they high enough
Heart
in
rate.
order to be able to support the heart getting the workout that it needs? It should be above a certain BPM. And
Yeah.
you can figure out your target heart rate and all of that. Go online and Google that part. But most importantly, it's just making sure that you are stretching,
Mhm.
that your muscles and that again, your blood vessels are so important. I don't hear enough about it, but that the circulation is happening
Yeah.
as it should every day. Like
Indeed.
just like we shower every day, you
Yeah.
need to do some form of exercise every day. Even if you say, I'm gonna sit on the floor and just touch my toes and move. You
Yeah.
need to move, do something every day
Every day.
to maintain a healthy body and immune system.
Indeed. And I'm very grateful for Coach Eric and Coach Alex, who they've given us so many different
Hmm.
options of
That's
stuff that we
right.
can do right at home.
Right at home.
If you don't have equipment, if you
That's
do have
right.
equipment, they've done it either way, modified versions. If
Absolutely.
you've had surgeries or injuries. So
Yes.
like we're without excuse, just
We don't
tune
have
in.
excuses.
And then if there's something that we haven't covered, put it in our comments. Send us an inbox and let us
Yes.
know what your questions are with
Yes.
regards to that, and then we
Yes.
can address it. Find
Yes.
something that you can do that will help you, so you can continue. You have to exercise.
Yeah.
These
And
muscles and stuff. It's like they have to have it.
they have to have it. You're
Yeah,
mental. Everything is mental.
yeah.
Now, when you don't exercise, you made a decision that you just want to deteriorate and you're not interested in living your best life.
Oh,
And there's no judgment. It's no judgment.
yeah,
However, um, just be aware that you're making a decision, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. You're making a decision. So be doing something good for your body, like taking a walk. I know it's cold in a lot of areas, but
mhm,
sitting on your floor doing some stretching, laying on the wall, putting your feet up in the air so that your heart can get more oxygen,
yeah,
turning on a videotape or turning on something, on Fridays and say, okay, at least let me do this workout with Healthquake on Fridays. You know what I mean? Like, be intentional,
yeah,
because God forbid if and when something happens, it's too late
yeah.
because you're too tired to do
Exactly.
what you're supposed to do, let alone try to start a new routine. When your body gets sick,
Yeah.
now it has to shut down completely,
Right.
because the body's going to shut down because it needs to heal and rest. So I
Hmm.
don't care if you sleep 3-4 hours a day.
Hmm.
If your body needs to shut down to heal itself, it will. It doesn't care nothing about what you say the hours of sleep that you want.
Yeah.
And we've all had that experience when
Oh
we like,
yeah.
I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, and then let a virus or something hit, whoop,
Boom. Out of there. Yes.
out of there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we want to be proactive versus reactive.
Indeed.
Yeah. And then I don't know how much more time we have,
Yeah, we
but
have like about 4 minutes.
okay.
Mhm.
The minimize the stress piece of it, what that looks like is take a look at your circle in your life. If there's someone that's sucking the blood out of you and there is not any mutual exchange of energy, you need
Right.
to let them go. You
Woo.
need to detox. You need to elevate, because that may be why you don't feel like eating and preparing your foods. And you may not feel like exercising because you have people in your circle that should not be there and they're zapping the energy out.
Wow.
Take a
Wow.
look at where you work. It may be time for promotion and elevation. Don't sit in
Yeah.
the comfort zone. That's an illusion. There is no comfort zone. It may not be time for you to go to your next level in business, in your job, your own business, or whatever have you.
Yep. Mhm.
But don't be stagnant and don't allow anybody or anything to take away from your overall health and wellness. You
Absolutely.
cannot give from an empty cup, and nobody should get more energy than what you give yourself. I don't care if they do pay you. You
Mm.
need to take care of you because you are replaceable.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
yeah.
That's real. That was that drop the mic moment.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's just keep it real. In a lot
Yeah.
of cases, you're on the phone too long. You're on the TV too. You're watching too much TV. You just taking too much energy for everybody else and not enough for yourself, and stop making excuses.
Indeed. That's good stuff, Dr. Tammye. Good stuff, good stuff.
All right.
Guys, we'll have the link in the comment section for Dr. Tammye, or the website. I'm sure it's somewhere on the screen now, but visit and check out what Dr. Tammye is offering, the services, the detoxes, and so forth. They are needed.
Yes.
As far as like the immune system and the boosting, we have products on the Healthquake. Dr. Tammye has products that will help you. You're without excuse. There are products everywhere.
Yes, there
There
are.
are tips everywhere for the healthy eating. We have our Monday menu. Dr. Tammye gives tips on healthy eating habits. So
Yes.
just tune in and get connected, you guys. And we're gonna work this out together because we're all
Absolutely.
nobody has like just attained. We're all working on this together, and we can all encourage one another so we can, just enjoy life, have that better quality of life, and feel good.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
we want more than just longevity. We want to feel good. I don't want to be
Yes.
old. I want to be old and feel good.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's my motivation right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys, if you missed any part of this, the immune system blues, go back and watch the replay. When you do watch the video, please do us a favor and just drop a hello. Let us know that you stopped by to check us
Please.
out. We appreciate you tuning in. So until next time, we want you to be safe and be healthy.
Yes.